Welcome along to the BoyleSports Betzone with me, Nigel Seeley. The Premier League is back after the FA Cup last week, and I am absolutely delighted. And guess who's back? Chris Perry's back. I missed you, mate. Where you been?
I'm really glad to be back. You know, I've been away. I've been smartening myself up.
What time's the wedding?
The wedding is 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay. Do I need to get my best man gear on?
No, you're not invited, mate. No,
Pardon?
No, you're not invited. It's a decent wedding. We don't want to bring down the quality there.
I'll come to the other two. The third one, I'm not good enough. Okay, enough of that old shenanigans. Let's have a look at the Premier League. In the first game we're going to start off with is Saturday night, 5:30. The champions, Manchester City, they're in action. They're at home to Newcastle. And one of the shortest price teams on the BoyleSports betting coupons this week, Man City are 1-4 to win this game. Newcastle 10-1. The draw 19-4. Newcastle won this game 2-0 last season. Chris, it was their first win in 11 against Manchester City. 4-0 the 2 years previous.
Yep.
Will Newcastle win this one again?
No.
Right. Okay.
There you go. We'll move on.
Yeah. Okay, next game, Sunday. Well, tell me why they won't win.
Because they're not good enough, basically. I think City will have Wilfred Bonny probably making his debut. He scored on his debut for all three teams that he's played for. Yaya Toure will be back from the African Cup of Nations. Obviously, with Yaya Toure in the side, they're a much better side. He scored 5 in his last 6 against Newcastle. So I fully expect Man City to win this game.
Man City's got back on the goal scoring run again, scoring 4 against Stoke last time out. Goals was looking good, and now with Bone and with Yaya Toure, they're back scoring goals and back maybe putting some pressure on Chelsea at the top of the table. 8 of the last 10 Man City games, both teams have scored. Newcastle do score. Papa Cisse, can they get a goal here?
They may get a goal, but I fancy City to win this to 0 at 11-10. I think that's half decent odds, and I also think a City win and over 2.5 goals at 4-5 is a decent bet on this one.
Newcastle have only won 2 in their last 12 games, and John Carver's coming with a bit of a tough job to do. He's keep him up, but will he be in the job to start next season?
I doubt it very much. I think they'll be looking for a bigger name in the summer.
OK, let's have a look at the double bubble. Obviously, if you score your first goal scoring winning selection scores inside the first 20 minutes, BoyleSports will double the odds on that player. Now, I think we both like an Ivorian, but I think we're going to go for different ones. I like Yaya Toure to come back to the goal. Great record against Newcastle.
Yep.
And you like?
I like Wilfred Bonny. As I say, he scored on his debut for all 3 clubs that he's played for. First goal scorer at 10-3. Double bubble. Be nice. The
only question is, will he start? Will he come off the bench? That's the problem you've got to go.
He'll probably start. I think they need to give him games.
We'll find out the team who's going to be crucial for that. But Yaya Toure will start, and with him, Man City are a totally different side than we've seen all year. I'm going to go for Man City -1 in this game. I think that's a great bet, and it's part of my enhanced treble with BoyleSports, we'll come on to later on in the show. What's your best bet on that one?
My best bet on this one is City win and over 2.5 goals, 4-5.
City win over 2.5. Very similar kind of things that we're looking at. I've got no Chris is in a hurry because he's got to be in the church very soon. OK, Sunday, 12 o'clock, Tottenham, Chris's former club. They host West Ham at White Hart Lane. Tottenham don't have a good record after Europa League games. But this is a much fitter Tottenham side now, isn't it?
I think so, and I think he's finally got the side that he wants. I think they had a very poor record actually in Europa League. They only got 21 points from 45 whilst they were in the Europa League before Christmas. So they need to improve that if they're going to push on and get into the 4th spot. But they're unbeaten in 7 at White Hart Lane. You know, they're scoring goals for fun. Harry Kane's got 10 in his last 11. I can't see anything past the Spurs win here, but I do like both teams to score. Tottenham
scored 10 in their last 4 games, and in the 9 of the last 11 matches, Tottenham, both teams have scored. But are West Ham the same without Andy Carroll?
I think they're probably better with that.
Really?
Well, I think Saka and Valencia at the start of the season were electric.
Your defender, who would you rather mark?
I'd rather mark Andy Carroll because he's a big, tall lump who don't move.
Oh, OK.
But both teams to score is coming in 9 of 12 of West Ham's away games this season. So I fancy both teams to score and Spurs to win here at 11-8.
Both teams to score could be the option here. If you look at the Tottenham games, Tottenham won 1-0 earlier on in the season, and West Ham, they've won both these games last season, though.
Yeah, but they had Ravel Morrison playing then, and he's not there anymore.
Ravel Morrison, there you go. Well, where is he? He's on Lazio, isn't he?
He's gone to Lazio, yeah. I think they've terminated his contract. He's away with a fair reason.
Give him a week over there. OK, when we look at the double bubble, we really can't see past Harry Kane. Not a lot of people know that about Kane. But you can't look past Kane, can we?
You can't, but I'm actually going to go for a little outsider who got into some great positions in the Arsenal game, didn't quite get a goal. Danny Rose, the first goal scorer at 22-1.
22-1. Danny Rose to win that game, to score the goal there. At a very big price, and if he does score early, remember, you'll be getting double the odds on that. OK, let's have a look at the next game. Sunday, 2:05, Sky Sports. Everton, they're at home to Leicester. Now, I watched Leicester play last couple of weeks, and I think the results haven't given any justice. 2-1, they got beat by Arsenal, played very well. 2-1 against Villa, didn't get beat very well. And I think Everton are poor. I think we could have a shock here.
You do, yeah. I disagree. I think it's a really bad sign for a team when you play well and you still lose. And it doesn't bode well for them. 12 of the 17 Premier League meetings between these two have been draws. Now, the draw at 13-5 looks a good price for me. I think decent bet, the draw. Leicester have lost 10 of their 13 away games. It's hard to make a case for them to win.
It's a very difficult one for goals. Well, under 2.5 goals have been scored in 7 of the last 8 Everton games. Everton only scored once in the last 4 games. When you look at this fixture, 7 of the last 8 matches, both teams have scored. And like you say, a lot of draws.
Yeah, there's loads and loads of draws in this one. I actually fancy Everton to win this game, believe it or not, but under 2.5 goals at 14-5.
14-5. I just don't think Everton are any good. I think they're teams to oppose. I wouldn't mind getting with Leicester on the match markets, maybe draw no bet, maybe on the handicap. Double chance, but I think Leicester get something from this game. I really do. I do like both teams to score one this way. I think Leicester will score. And Kramaric is the centre forward from Croatia. He's scored 2 in his last 2 games for Leicester. And I think he'll get on the score sheet. And at the double bubble 9-1. I think that's where I'll be going.
Yeah, he's not bad. I'm going first goal scorer. I fancy Lukaku to find a bit of form, 7-2.
I couldn't back him with anyone's money at the moment, Lukaku. He doesn't look the same player, Chris. He doesn't know where the goal is.
When he was at Chelsea, when they played at Chelsea,
He's not
I
at Chelsea.
thought he was decent. When they played at Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, I thought he looked in half decent form. Looked as though he was getting somewhere back to his best.
He'll be down in tools by half time if Leicester score here. And do not bet Lukaku. Honestly, that will come with a public wealth mauling if you're putting your money on Chris Perry's tip of Lukaku there. Trust me on that one. Okay, Sunday 4 p.m, probably the biggest game of the weekend for me. The clash at the top of the table, the Champions League spot pretty much up for grabs between Southampton and in-form Liverpool. Both these sides are pretty much in form, but it's Liverpool who are turning it around with only 1 defeat in their last 22 matches. Liverpool won 3-0 here last season. They won 2-1 at Anfield. Will they win this one again?
I don't think so, no. I fancy the draw here at 9-4. I think Southampton have lost just 1 in 9. They're nice and strong at home. They don't concede too many goals. I fancy this to be maybe a 1-1 draw.
Well, a draw of 9-4 there. Southampton have only scored 1 goal in their last 4 games, and the last 3 matches, all goals are dried up. 0-0 against West Ham. That would be a concern for me.
It's a slight concern. That's why I don't think there'll be too many goals in it. I think Southampton have got 8 of 13 clean sheets at home in the Premier League. So I don't think they're going to concede many. I don't think Liverpool aren't scoring too many goals at the moment either. So I think it's either going to be a 0-0.
2-1 Palace, 3-2 Tottenham, loads of goals. 5 in 2 games.
Not over a longer time. I think they're struggling for goals. I think it's going to be either a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw.
The difference is one man. Daniel Sturridge is back. That means Liverpool tick. He scores. He's back scoring goals. 3 goals since his return. And at 5-1, Sturridge for the double bubble has got to be my best bet on the weekend for that market.
I've gone for Sadio Mane, first goal scorer at 15-2.
As I said, Daniel Sturridge, without doubt, 5-1, the best bet in the week on the double bubble markets. Let's have a look at my enhanced treble this week, and it's this one. Manchester City -1 goal against Newcastle. Tottenham to beat West Ham. The boys from BoyleSports have got Everton up there, but it's West Ham. And Everton and Leicester, both teams to score yes. And that pays a very tasty 11-2. Would you be backing that?
I wouldn't be backing that, no.
Why not?
Because I've just said things that aren't on there, so I'm not going to back it.
You said Tottenham would win.
I did say Tottenham would win. The one thing I think, Matt, but I didn't say Everton. I didn't say Everton.
What would you be backing this week?
What am I backing? My nap this week is City to win and over 2.5 goals at 4.
Not Lukaku. Not
Lukaku. No, you can't put him in as your cert, can you? But
listen, we've got to go because the man's got to hurry. There's a bride waiting for him at the altar. This has been the Bet Zone. We'll see you all next week.